back to my channel. Today, as you can tell by the title, it's going to be a full face of first impressions. I think a few products I am missing, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure I have majority of a full face. So I hope you guys like this video, and let me know if you guys want me to come back. And I think a lot of these products I'll probably include in like my monthly review, so look forward to that. At the end of October, I'll probably include a lot of these products in that monthly review. So if you don't really like first impressions, or if you want to get my final opinion on these products, definitely come back for that monthly review and I will share some of my final opinions on these products. But today's video is just going to be first impressions. I really had a lot of new makeup I really want to try on, and this still isn't like, I have like my basket here of all the stuff I'm going to be using, and this still isn't all of the new makeup I have. I have a drawer in my makeup drawer set and one whole drawer is dedicated to just like new products, and that drawer is still like half full probably. So I definitely still have like a lot of that stuff I can try out, but this is just the stuff I really want to try out and I wanted to share with you guys on video today. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below if you're not subscribed already, and we'll get into it. So for primer, this is one of the topics I don't really have a new primer to test out, so I'm just going to be using my Wet n Wild Dewy Primer. So for foundation, this isn't like a complete first impressions, but it is still a little bit new to me. I'm going to be using the Catrice HD Liquid Cover Foundation. I have tested this out about like 2 times, so I'm kind of starting to form my thoughts on it, but I'm not like completely set on it. So I did want to use this in this video. So I didn't really have any other foundation to test out, so we're just gonna continue on with testing this one. Oops. It was really liquidy. And I'm just using my Flower Beauty sponge to blend this in. I also feel like this foundation would blend in really easily with your fingers because of how liquidy it is. I just prefer to use a sponge. I don't like using my fingers. So. And I don't want to build this up too much. I just want to kind of even out my skin tone, so I'm not looking for a full coverage foundation just yet. But I did, when I tested it out the other day, I was able to build it up to a nice, good full coverage. So far I find that you can kind of do what you want with this foundation. You can kind of make it a little bit more liquidy, a little bit more sheared out, or you can build it up. I think because of how thin of the formula it is, when you build it up, it doesn't like cake up at all. And it doesn't create like a super thick layer. For concealer, this is another product that I have kind of used once or twice already, but it's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I know this is nothing new, and I know that they just came out with a foundation with this, and I do want to plan on trying out that foundation. But this concealer, I haven't been able to really try out yet. I did get it when it first came out, but unfortunately they didn't have my shade at Ulta, so I just went with a different shade. And not that shade was too dark on me, but it didn't give me like the nice brightening effect that I'm doing right now. So I wasn't able to, I don't know, it didn't really like, I didn't try it out that much because the shade didn't match me quite to what I wanted to. So I don't think I gave it a fair chance. So I did end up, a couple weeks ago, I got my correct shade, which is this one. And this is the shade C3, if you're wondering. So I was able to finally get my correct shade. And now I feel like I can finally like judge it fairly. I find when you don't have the correct shades of things, I know some people will still like test it out so they can get an idea for the formula, but I don't know, for me, when it comes to like shades that are my correct shade, I don't feel like I give them a fair chance. Even if the formula is good, it's hard for me to truly judge it because I just get so distracted by the shade being off. So I know some other people can do it, but I just can't. So if a shade does not match me, it probably will not be judged fairly and will not be tested out very good. And then very quickly for powder, the new powder I have is the ColourPop No Filter powder. Just for a warning, if there seems to be a lot of ColourPop in this video, it's because I just got I made an order off the ColourPop website and I just got all of it in yesterday. So sorry if it seems like I'm using a lot of ColourPop. I really want to test a lot of this stuff out. So I'm just gonna set my under eye real quick with that. I'm actually going to. So I like the way that made my skin look. I'm really picky when it comes to powders, and this did not make me like look overly dry underneath. I only set my under eyes with it and like kind of where I had to apply that concealer. So my T-zone. That's the only amount of powder I really like to apply. But that actually, like, I really like that. And I'm really picky with powders for, like, many reasons. A, I don't like them to make me look like, obviously, like, I have dry skin. So I don't like them to make me look even more dry. But I also, when it comes to, like, loose powders, I don't always like setting my under eyes with loose powders because I find that a lot of times, like, even though they'll say translucent, they'll darken up my under eye. And that did not happen with this. I always love using this NYX HD. This is the banana powder underneath my eyes because I find it really gives a nice brightening effect. And I've gone through countless numbers of these. This is definitely like my 5th or 6th one of this. So that's definitely always my go-to. So I don't normally set, like, I don't have a lot of loose powders. The only other loose powder I really like is the Cover FX one. And this is like pretty comparable to it, and it's a lot cheaper. So I'm liking this really far. I have to keep testing it out to see, but I really like that so far. And I'm gonna move on to the rest of the face. So for bronzer, I have this Wet n Wild bronzer. This is from their like Fire and Ice or Dragon collection, whatever it's called. So this is from that one. I have the shade You're Dragging Me Down. And it looked like they did have like 2, maybe more shades of this. I believe this was the lightest one. And I know it seems like dark in the pan. I think I saw another person like talk about this and they ended up not even like using it because they thought it would be too dark on them. But like this one being swatched, even though it looks too dark, it doesn't come off that way in the swatch. Like it doesn't come off too dark. And I feel like you can really like diffuse that out. So I think this will be pretty okay. As long as it doesn't go on patchy or anything, I think this will be okay. I think it'll be a good bronzer. For me, the biggest thing that I become picky with bronzers is obviously like how it blends and the patchiness, but also the color. Because bronzers, a lot of companies only come out with 1, maybe 2 or 3 more shades, but that's it. They don't come out with like, you know, like how we do with foundations. Foundations you come out with a whole, you're supposed to come out with like, you know, at least 20, 30, 40, how many ever shades. But with bronzers and stuff, companies only come out with 1 or 2, maybe 3 shades if we're lucky. So sometimes like they're really only suited for one skin tone or one skin type, or not skin type, but like sometimes I find like some bronzers I have like a more neutral to warm skin tone, so I find some bronzers are more suited for cool, but I'm not like super warm or super dark, so I find like sometimes they'll turn like just like red on me. I like that. That's a pretty good shade. It's giving me that nice like warm kiss look. And I love applying bronzer with like a stipple brush. Kind of diffuse it out. And I find that with even bronzers that I have trouble blending, this helps using brushes like these. And I just kind of work it in circular motions. Kind of going back and forth a little bit to give myself that like slight contour. That bronzer went on really nice. I really like that. It's like a matte bronzer. I sometimes prefer more of like a sheeny bronzer, but I don't mind a matte bronzer, and that blended really nicely. So I think that's good, and it's only $5 from the drugstore. So for a drugstore option, that's really good. For a blush, I got this in my last BoxyCharm, but this is the Laura Geller Baked Blush, and this is in the shade Tropic Hues. So I've really been getting into more like glowy blushes, so I think I'll really like this. It's funny, I find that like over the years, my preferences have definitely like changed so much. I used to hate glowy products, and I think it was more because I just didn't really know my skin type. I didn't know how like glowy products made my skin look. And I find that glowy products just make my skin look a lot healthier, especially because I have dry skin. But I do obviously have to be careful because if you go in too much with glow, it'll emphasize that like with highlighters. Highlighters, I like a little bit more on the subtle side, but when it comes to like bronzer and blush, I used to love matte stuff, and not that I don't anymore, but I definitely like my stuff with a little bit more sheens in them, just to make it look a little bit more healthy. So that went on really nicely, blended fine. I really like that. It honestly didn't even give like too much of a sheen. Like I could go, like I can make it, I would almost prefer maybe a little bit more. So I really like that. Next product for highlights, it's another Wet n Wild product, but they brought back their gold bars, which I've been wanting to get their gold bars for so long. So I'm so happy that they brought these back. These are from their Zodiac collection, and they have 4 shades total of this. So this is the shade, which one was this one? I want to say this one was Earth. I want to say it wasn't Fire. And I know it wasn't Water, so I think this one was the Earth shade. It doesn't say, I took off the sticker, so it doesn't say anywhere on here anymore. But I like how this is like all nice and like marbled, like whoop. No! Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to show you guys this. This is just what happened. It literally just fell out and went all over this. And this is empty now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I guess like I still have like, I mean it's still like somewhat in chunks. So, that sucks. Oh my goodness, I'm like trying to like scoop up like the chunks. I'm gonna have to clean out my drawer later on, because that's the second thing that is broken in my drawer, my everyday makeup drawer. So I'm definitely gonna have to clean this out after this, but that sucks. So I was able to like scoop up a few chunks. So I still want to test this out, because I did try this on once the other day because I was too anxious. So if this is good enough, I might go back and get another one. We'll see. But this sucks. So sometimes you do pay for what you get for. Wet n Wild, I mean, they do come out with very good products, but this just shows sometimes they can be a little bit cheaper. So see if I can get this to work. Yeah, I mean, that still looks really pretty. I'm just gonna really, I find that because it's like not in the pan anymore, it's really hard to pick up product on my brush. So, but that's not due to how the product was made. That was due to the fact that the product just fell out of its pan. So that sucks. I'm not able to like really work my brush in there, but we're trying. We're trying. It looks really pretty. Alright, I do like this. I might, if I see it again in a store, this was literally the first time I'd ever seen this in a store. So I grabbed it, picked it up, so if I do happen to see it again, I'll probably pick it up again, but I'm not going to go out looking for this. Like, I'm not going to order online. This is just going to be, if I see it in the store, I'll grab it. Alright, so that's the face done. I think I got all the face products done. So I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, for eyeshadow, I have a couple different options. It's all ColourPop, unfortunately, but I have the Good Sport palette I got from ColourPop. So I really like these, like, it's very like fall-esque. It has these nice like greens down here, some like really purple, and the orange is like a pumpkin shade right there. So I really like that. I also got this Ooh La La palette. It's like straight like pink and purple, which I've really been getting into, so I really like this one. And then I got 2 eyeliners. One is in the shade of Boots, this like really bright pink. And the other is called No Shame, which is like a really deep purple. And then I also got one of their Jelly Munch eyeshadows. This is in the shade Foxes. So it's like a nice orangish shade. So I got that. So I think I really want to play with this Ooh La La palette though. It's just something with like the pinks and purples. So I think that's the route I want to go down. So first I'm going to go in with Soft Core, that shade right there, just as my transition shade. This is the lightest matte shade in the palette. So I'm just going to go in with this, kind of fluff it around. Oh, these are pigmented. Ooh, it's pigmented. Super pretty though. I'm just gonna kind of flick this out a little bit along the edges. I'm just keep going back in and I'm building that up little by little. And then I'm gonna take this brush. It's like a flat-ish blender brush, and I'm gonna take Caddy, which is that like purple shade right there. I'm gonna take that and I want to blend that into the crease. Whew, look how much like product came off on that. It's a lot. I'm scared now. I'm gonna tap that. Yeah, tapping that off. And I'm just gonna take this and kind of like the outer portion and slowly blend that into the crease. I want to keep this a bit lower though. I don't want to go as high as that transition shade. We'll go back in with that first brush we used with no additional product and just kind of softly help diffuse this and blend the edges. Just gonna go back in. I just always keep all my brushes really close by and I constantly go back and forth between all of my brushes. And then that shade, for being like a dark purple, that blended like beautifully. So once again, I'm gonna do the same on this side. The only thing I think I wish is maybe if this palette had a nice like a deeper brown shade or very like dark plum shade. Like I know there's like these two shades, but that's the one I just went in with on my eye. And that one's like not too far off from it, like not enough to like deepen it up. It's almost like the same like deepness, but they're just different tones. So that's the only thing is maybe I wish there was like a deeper, like really rich plum. Or, I mean, I might try to still deepen it up with that one a little bit, but I just don't think that's going to give me the depth I want. Actually, I'll go into the Good Sport palette. Yeah, I'm going to go into this one and maybe use this shade over here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was wanting. Not on a blending brush. Not on a blending brush. I want it on a small brush. So yeah, I'm going to take it on this brush. So I'm going to go into that one. And deepen that up just a little bit. So even that one's not, give me some of the depth that I want. Still not quite enough. But it's better than what I had in this palette. And then, what do I want to take on the lid? Maybe, maybe that Jelly Much eyeshadow. Stop, please, light. Thank you. I feel like that would look really cool on the lips. Not on the lips, on the lids. So I don't know if I want to use this with a brush or with my finger. I think I want to try it with a brush. See how it looks. I just want to use a really small brush. Alright, so I'm just going to use my Alamar Cosmetics. This is from their brush trio. I'm going to carefully, because every time I've swatched this, like a lot has come up. Like, see right there. That's plenty. Maybe I'm going to try to like kind of brush them off on the edge a little bit so I don't get too much. Alright, and I'm gonna attempt, because I'm gonna kind of put this on the lid. Oh, that looks so pretty. I actually really like this shape with this look. I just don't know how much this would blend would be my only concern. I could go the easy route and do a cut crease. So I'm just kind of taking my finger and like patting around the edges. This definitely dries quickly though. This is definitely like something you need to work with fast. Maybe now that it's dry, it'll actually be easier to like kind of go back in with some other colors and diffuse those edges. Looks really pretty. So that blended not too bad. I might just go back in one more time just to kind of, because we did just blend away a little bit of that. Just kind of re-intensify just a little bit. Alright, that looks really pretty. I really like that. This is the only shade I have from it, so I haven't tried any other shades. I kind of have heard like mixed opinions about some of the other shades. Like I know some of the other ones, I don't remember which ones, but people have said like sometimes they're streaky. This one I'm not finding to be streaky. This one's giving me like full on pigment. So definitely this shade is a winner. Eventually, I think I would get, like, so far, like I said, this shade's doing really good, so I think eventually I might get some other shades, but as of right now, this is the only one I have. So I'm just kind of like following the line of my crease up in here in the beginning portions. So I'm kind of doing like a partial cut crease, then I'm flicking it out when I get to like here to kind of blend it into the rest. So I'm doing like a partial cut crease. Because I do like how this is looking. And like I said earlier, just kind of taking my finger, blending over those edges. I think I'm also going to take Moonstruck from this palette and just pop that in my inner corner. It's not as like bam in your face as I was wanting that shade on the inner corner to be, but it's okay. And then I think I'm just going to run some of that first shade we use, the soft pore shade, under my lower lash line a little bit. I think I'm also going to take the slightest bit of that purple shade we use, Caddy, just like ever so slightly, and run that along as well, just to keep with the purple tones. Now I'm debating on which eyeliner I want to use. I don't know if I want to use that like really bright pink shade or that deep purple shade. I'm honestly thinking this bright pink shade because I just really want to like test it out. I really want to see how it looks. I think I'm gonna do it. So I'm just taking this on my lower lash line. And I've tried ColourPop's, like I don't know if I said this earlier, but I've tried ColourPop's eyeshadow formula before. I've tried their eyeliner formula before, and I do really like it. So these aren't like necessarily like for the formula. I do usually like them, so I haven't expected anything like different from them. That's pretty. Yeah, I like that. So like I said, I have tested their, I do have and love ColourPop's eyeshadow formula, same with their gel eyeliners. The only thing I think is like a true first impressions was the Jelly Much eyeshadow. I've never tested one of those before, so that one was like a true first impressions. But their eyeliners and their eyeshadow formulas I do have and I do like, so I didn't expect much of a surprise from that. But yeah, that was the eye look. And then for mascara, I do have a new mascara, but I don't really want to open a new tube right now. So I just don't think I'm gonna do like a new mascara. I think I'm just gonna do my usual. And then I think the only things I have left are lip products. So I'm gonna apply some mascaras and finish up the eye look, and I'll be right back. Okay, put mascara on. That definitely like tied in the look a bit better. Now that's all that's left is lips. And I definitely went crazy on the ColourPop website with the lip products. These are all the lip products I have. I'm not even like showing them. I have so many lip products. A few of them will be like complete first impressions. Like there is a formula in here that I have not tried yet, but there are a couple other products that formulas I have tried before. They're just new shades for me. So I am going to do like a little bit of a swatch because I want to test all these out. So first I got 2 new lip liners because I was wanting some like darker ones because I'm beginning in a bit more to like kind of lining and contouring my lips a little bit. So I got 2 like dark shades. One of the shades I got is called Tulips. And this is like a really nice like kind of brownish chocolate shade. These definitely were like, they ended up being a little bit deeper than I wanted to, but it's okay. Actually, Tulips, it's like it's almost, I don't know how to describe it. And then the other shade I got was, this is actually like a true chocolate. This is BFF number 3. So those are the 2 shades. So they're both like kind of browns. That one's more of a true chocolate brown, and that one's like a deeper, almost like, it almost comes off sometimes with a few hints of like burgundy-ish in there. So I think that would be like really cool under like red lips. And then I got a lip gloss. This is from the Disney Designer Collection. This is in the shade Boo. So it was so cute. They did 3 lip glosses, Bippity Boppity and Boo. So I got Boo. I wanted to get some lipsticks from that collection too, but they were sold out when I placed my order, so that sucks. I did get another lipstick though. This is one of the Luxe lipsticks. It's just the cream formula. And this is in the shade Little League. So that's Little League. I really like that. I feel like that would look really good like under one of those, like maybe this lip liner. I feel like that would look really pretty. And then the new formula I got that I've never tried before is their Ultra Blotted Lips. I've been really liking that like kind of your lips showing through look a little bit. So I wanted to try out ColourPop's Ultra Blotted Lips. So I got 3 shades. I got the shades Split, Double Scoop, and Soda Pop. I think Soda Pop or Split might look really cool with this look. So I definitely want to swatch all of these. The blotted lips are kind of almost like a stain. So I want to try those at the end, but I'm actually not going to try on the lip liners just because I did swatch them for you guys. I think I only want to try on the blotted lips. So like I said, those are the lip liners. That's the lipstick. And then I'll go ahead and swatch the lip gloss for you just because I really want to try out the Ultra Blotted Lip. So it's just a nice pink shade. I have a decent lip gloss collection, but I have been wanting to get some other stuff because like half my lip glosses that I have are like plumping, actually like over half of them. I was like kind of on that like little like plumping, I loved plumping lip glosses for a little bit, and I still do like them because for me, I love minty anything, and a lot of plumping lip glosses have like a minty effect to them, so I do really like them still, but sometimes I don't always want that. So I've been wanting to get some like lip glosses that of shades that like I have in like a lip gloss, but they're plumping ones, so I've been wanting to get like non-plumping ones. So I really like that shade. So I just wiped off the foundation I had on my lips, so I have a nice like clean canvas for this. I'm gonna swatch Soda Pop first. Actually, I think I want to swatch, yeah, I want to swatch Double Scoop first. I'm gonna swatch this one. This is the only one I'm like concerned about because this one's like really bright. Like I think I might not like, but that's Double Scoop on. So this formula is like, it's a lot more thin than their other liquid lipstick formulas, which is fine. I like, and I find like once you have it on, because of how thin it is, like you almost don't feel it. Like I definitely could put like a lip balm over this and not feel like my lips are like dry at all. Like it's not overly drying. But of course this is just like just after applying it. Like I haven't gone out and eaten with it on or kind of worn it throughout the day. It might get drying throughout the day. So like I said, this truly is like a first one. So the next shade is Soda Pop. So this is Soda Pop. This is definitely going to be like a shade that's like my lips, but better in a way. Maybe like slightly darker than my lips, but Soda Pop. Looks really pretty. I really like that shade. Now I'm just going to take this one off. And the last shade I have to swatch is Split, which this shade I think would look really pretty with this look because it's a nice like berry shade. So I think this shade will look really cute with this look. Okay, definitely not with this shirt, but I find like, if you don't look at my shirt, like, I think this looks really cute together. This is a nice like raspberry shade. I really like this. At first I was like, when I first like heard of this formula, I was worried about it with like darker shades because I was like, oh, that's gonna be like so streaky and look like so bad on the lips. But like I said, this is like a nice like stain like look. Like I find like as this wears away, I wouldn't be worried about it as much because I find like it's just gonna leave around that nice stain. And it's not like, the only thing I don't like about sometimes with like with lipstick formulas is sometimes like when you eat, it won't just like fade away. It'll almost come off in like chunks, so you'll be able to like clearly see like where the lipstick is not on your lips and where it was. Versus with this, I feel like this would truly just fade away on my lips. So I really like this formula so far. Like I said, I'll definitely come back for my like final, if you want to see like my final opinions on these products, definitely come back at the end of the month for like my like monthly roundup review. But that's everything I had today, guys. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.